So have you ever wondered why some project managers seem to have a magical touch, turning impossible challenges into stunning successes?
Let me share an example of GPS. It's like creating a GPS for your project journey.
That is true. The planning phase basically involves developing a detailed project plan, right? Most important phases that way, where things actually go wrong. And the monitoring phase involves tracking progresses, identifying variances. Welcome everyone to another edition of Tech Samvad. What if I told you that 70% of the projects are destined to fail before they even begin? So imagine turning every project into a guaranteed success, not through luck, but through a proven and step-by-step system and strategy that transforms ordinary teams into extraordinary performances. So have you ever wondered why some project managers seem to have a magical touch, turning impossible challenges into stunning successes? So we'll talk about the blueprint that industry experts don't want you to know. If we talk about project managers, they often face a multitude of challenges when navigating through various phases of a project. One of the biggest challenges is scope creep, where the project scope expands beyond its original boundaries, leading to delays and budget overruns. Another challenge is stakeholders' expectation. Different stakeholders have different ideas. Communication background is also a big issue. So let's talk about it. Let's start today's discussion. I'm Pramesh.
Hello. Sure. As Pramesh mentioned, that we are going to explore each phases of project management, and we will try to cover from inception of the project to the closure of the project. So let's start our discussion.
So we are about to transform how you approach every project, and we'll talk about that in the details in this episode.
So let's start with the initiation phase. In this, what we do, it is all about defining the project scope, project goals, and what will be the defined deliverables of the project, right? So there is a tip for this. Always clearly define the project vision and objectives to ensure everyone is on the same page.
So just imagine your project initiation as building the blueprint of a skyscraper. What makes this phase critical? It's about answering the fundamental questions, right? Why are we doing the project? What is our ultimate goal in doing this project? And who are our key stakeholders? What is the business need? Identify the core organizational challenges around that. Align projects with strategic objectives and then validate project feasibility around that.
See, let me share some professional techniques for initiations. So one can be the conduct comprehensive stakeholder interviews. And second part is develop a preliminary project charter. Then third part is perform initial risk assessment. Then fourth part will be secure initial funding and resources.
And Shalin, then there are some warning signs also to which we need to watch out for, right? Unclear project objectives, that's a big no-no. Then misaligned stakeholder expectations, that also happens a lot. Insufficient initial resources, that's always I've seen projects start with that. And undefined project boundaries. We are so focused on milestones and other things that we don't actually define our boundaries clearly that way.
Yeah, very true. So, Ramesh, let's move to the next important point, which is the crafting the roadmap in project planning. So, in planning, see, we need to understand planning is where dreams meet real. Let me share an example of GPS. It's like creating a GPS for your project journey.
That is true. The planning phase basically involves developing a detailed project plan, right? So, including timelines, budget, and resource allocations. The tip number 2 is create a comprehensive project schedule that takes into account dependencies and critical path activities. Define your critical path. The execution phase is where the project plan is put into action, and always use your SMART goal framework in action. And then we have the comprehensive planning toolkit also, Shalin. We have the work breakdown structures, then we have detailed project timelines, we have the resource allocation matrix that we need to talk about and look at, and then risk management plan, which is often the most neglected portion of our planning. And to sum it all is the communication strategy, which binds everything together.
So let's talk about some key planning deliverables, right? What we need to consider for our good planning. One is your comprehensive project plan. Then another is your detailed budget projection. Then third can be your team role assignments, right? So you need to
Very important.
really document that. Then the fourth one is your performance metrics, how you're going to measure your project.
Very important, yes.
So we need to plan about it.
So let's talk about the next phase, Shalin, the project execution, which brings the plan into life, right? So this is where the theory transforms into action. Think of it as a launching of a rocket. That's the launch pad for you. So execute strategies is like conduct kickoff meetings, assign specific tasks, implement project management tools, and establish communication channels clearly.
Need to clearly define the critical execution components also, Pramesh. So one is your team coordination, another is your regular status updates, then another one is your real-time problem solving, then is adaptive management, project management. Let's talk about some performance tracking also, right? So it can be your daily stand-up meeting, then your progress dashboard, then your continuous feedback loops, right? And then fourth one is also agile methodology implementation.
So, Shani, let's talk about the next monitoring and control. Now, what do you call this? I think let's call this the navigation system. The constant tracking and real-time corrections which happens in this. Monitor all the controls in there, how that progress is made regularly and then identify and correct any deviations from the plan. This is one of the most important phases that way, where things actually go wrong. And the monitoring phase involves the tracking progresses, identifying variances because variances happen, and taking corrective actions because that's at being adaptive. Some metrics also you actually take care of how's your budget variance going, how's your quality control checks, your risk mitigation strategies.
Okay. And there are some advanced monitoring tools also available which we can leverage, right? One is your project management softwares. Then another is the data analytics platforms, right? So you can use that. Then there are some real-time reporting systems also. You can use that. And then there is another one is predictive analysis techniques. That's more important, more advanced. Other things called KPIs, key performance indicators, right?
Mhm.
So this is to measure your health of the project. So one can be your task completion rates, another can be your budget adherence, your quality metrics, and then your stakeholder satisfaction also. So these are the four broader category, and
Yeah. So let's talk about the last phase in a project, which is the project closure, where we celebrate our success and talk about our learnings. The final phase is not just an ending, but a comprehensive review and celebration. The closure phase is where the project is formally completed, right? And lessons are learned. Another tip for this is always document lessons learned and conduct a retrospective to improve future project performances. Closure checklist is a must, and in that you have the formal stakeholder approval, comprehensive project reviews, lessons learned documentation which is part of that, and then resource reallocation for the next project. The final thing is the financial reconciliation.
always analyze your project success and document it. And document the best practices, what you learn in a particular project. Have a team retrospective always, like one of the agile best practice, right? And document that. And there are some more tips here, which I call bonus tips. You need to be always stay flexible, communicate constantly, leverage technology, and continuous learning, and celebrate team's achievement. Keep doing all tasks and follow all those tips.
Remember, project management is 30% technical skills and 70% leadership and communication.
Yeah. And we need to always remember one thing, that each project is a unique journey of growth and innovation. Right? These are some standard and methodical way of having your projects running smoothly. Thanks for watching us. And if you have any experience with project management, share with us in the comment section. Please don't forget to check out our other videos for more insights.
And understanding and mastering project management phases is very crucial for achieving project goals that way. So by breaking down the project into manageable phases, you are basically focusing on specific tasks and activities required to deliver each phase successfully. Thanks for tuning in today. Final wisdom I would say is that project management isn't just about completing tasks. It's about creating value, driving innovation, and transforming challenges into opportunities. So thanks for tuning in today, and master the phases, conquer the project. So with that, we'll end the episode today. Thanks for watching. Thank you.
Thank you.